Okay, so let's get started with the actual campaign. This is no longer a blind let's play. What this says right here, I will be talking about this in a video. I'll be explaining what happened during this whole battle. This was the end of The Witcher 1. This is pretty much how The Witcher 1 started as well. Those are other Witchers that went to help Geralt.
Come on, sixes. Daddy needs you. Oh, shit. Ha! 20 orange to Grandad. Looky there, he's awake. You daft! Don't go in there! Shut it, he's in chains, can't do a thing. Am I right, Master Geralt?
Ow.
Roll again!
There's
Why?
the scene kind of similar
The
to
dice didn't
this
roll.
in the book.
Calling me a cheat?
In the Last
Take
Wish.
it back. Look, he's awake again. Monster slayer, my ass. A regular horson. I heard witches all start out as roadside orphans.
You should kick him, Geralt. Man, your legs are hanging. You can kick him.
Folks say they plough witches come the equinox. That's how they get those spooky eyes.
Bam.
Enough! Take him down and put him in the interrogation.
Vernon Roach.
Died. I'm not so easy to kill.
But I really like the graphics in this game. They did such a good job for an Xbox 360 game.
I don't believe we've been introduced. Vernon Roach.
Fuck you.
Nasty. And after we've been through so much.
Same side of the barricade then. Opposite sides of the table now.
You can change that.
You want me to sit on your lap?
Vess! Unshackle him.
They are part of a group called the Blue Stripes. They're kind of like the King's Guard. And Vess is the only female in the group.
You will tell me everything you remember. The entire assault. And all that happened in the Solar.
And if I refuse?
I shall have to beat you. I've commanded the Special Forces for a while. Got good at beating others. You're a Witcher. You'd endure much.
You better believe it.
Worst case scenario, you'll suffer through it, go back to your cell, and tomorrow, they'll publicly gut you, skin you, and hang you.
That sounds like fun.
Just like that? For nothing?
No. For Temeria.
Really?
Downright praiseworthy. Where should I start?
It was a long day. I wish to hear the important bits.
Just so we're clear on this, I was not eager to go into battle, but Foltest is not someone you refuse.
This, I will be censoring some, I'm not going to censor language or violence. I will censor nudity, though. Because there is quite a bit of it. Not a lot, but there is complete nudity. It's not partial.
Witcher, are you up?
You perverted
His
bastard.
Majesty, King of Tiberia, Pontar, Mahakam, and Sodden, Senior Protector of Bruges, summons Master Geralt to appear before him.
I like
Tell
how
him
that
I'll be
guy
there
talks.
shortly.
Sorry to intrude like this, milady, but the King...
We heard you.
A pleasant day to you, milady. Witcher.
Stupid war. Could have been such a beautiful morning.
A war can never be stupid when waged by your king.
That's Triss, by the way, Marigold. She was a character in the first book, or I mean, she was a character in the first game, and she
They've
was
cleared
also
the
a character in
forests,
books.
they're pillaging nearby villages, and they'll soon be murdering each other en masse. Why? Because Foltest's having a spat with the mother of his bastard twins. This is a really stupid war, Triss.
Bastards or not, the children are still royal blood. The Lavalettes are an old Temerian dynasty, and the mix is sufficient basis to vie for the crown. History has known stranger contenders.
Which doesn't change the fact that
I know. Foltest and the other northern monarchs are neither the smartest nor the most refined, but they're kings, one of whom we serve.
And I'll see Foltest is summoned, protect him if need be. But once the castle falls, we leave.
It's so loud in the background.
Did you dream of the wild hunt again?
Mm-hmm. I get the feeling that dream's important. Running frantically through the forest. The wild hunt. They're the last things I remember. I wake up and try to relive the dream and the memory, hoping I'll find some guidance. Some clue to grab onto. Something to help me recover my memory.
Dreams can be very
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
powerful.
you. What did you
Some
say?
people claim they can even shape reality.
People claim a lot of things. The problem is, it's often nonsense.
We'll know in time. I'm sure of it.
One of the scouts swears he saw a dragon down by the river. Claims he ran into a Scoia'tael unit. That would have been it if the dragon hadn't swooped down. The elves apparently bowed in prayer and he escaped.
A dragon in the midst of civilization? Please. Besides, does it matter? Witchers don't hunt dragons. Or has something changed?
Nothing's changed. And you're right. It's probably not a dragon. Although it could be a forktail or a slizzard. Maybe even an overgrown wyvern.
The scout ran into some elves and scurried away. That's how that story begins and ends.
The unlucky assassin? How did the autopsy go?
It was a nightmare. In the months since you killed him, the king's medics poked around in his corpse like a bunch of amateurs. What arrived in that cart? Well, I wouldn't even call it a corpse.
Foltest has some trust issues. Did you learn anything?
His pupil suggested he could probably see in the dark as well as you. I couldn't put an age on him.
The killer snuck past all the guards and nearly killed Foltest and me a month ago. And now you tell me he was a witcher?
Possibly. I'm just saying what the autopsy showed. I haven't told anyone, nor do I plan to. I know what it could do to you if it got out. You might be a savior, a king's witcher now, but masters can be as fickle as the cults they ride.
So the assassin they're talking about is the assassin that tried to kill Foltest at the end of Witcher 1. So yeah, it's presumed that it was a witcher, or he was a witcher. Triss is like she's like an advisor to the king. Usually kings have sorcerers or sorceresses as advisors, so that's what Triss does. I think that's it. Okay, time to go.
All right. Time to look to the lustful king and his stupid war.
I'll join you later.
Fine. Get out of my face. So, I really wanted to do this. I wanted to do this blind, but I had said that I was going to play The Witcher 1 first. It's gonna get really loud right now. You know, an orchestra plays every time Geralt comes out of his little tent. That's how cool he is. No, but I said that I wanted to play The Witcher 1 before I played The Witcher 2, and I tried, but unfortunately, for some reason, The Witcher 1 wasn't playing very well on my computer, and it was making my computer run really slow, and I just can't really afford that right now to be struggling with that because I make videos constantly, so it was making it go really, really slow, and it wasn't worth playing the way that it was playing. It was just like lagging, and it was bad. So I started to do a bunch of research on Witcher 1, and I pretty much understand a lot of stuff now. Going into this game without knowing anything about the books, anything about The Witcher 1 is kind of confusing, but the game does a really good job about teaching you about the lore and about what's going on in the past and stuff like that. And the way that they make it, the interesting thing about how they do this is they make Geralt in The Witcher 1, it's that he lost his memory, so he can't remember what happened. And actually the things that he lost are the books. Those are the stuff that he doesn't remember, the stuff that happened in the books. So you technically don't have to read the books because you don't even remember any of that stuff. There's just, for people that have read the books, there's a lot of references here and there, like characters and some stories, like some missions that Geralt went on in the books. So that's pretty cool to have read the books, but you don't have to. And again, like I said, if you haven't played The Witcher 1, you will be lost a little bit in the beginning, because you're going to be like, what the hell is going on? You know, you don't even know anything. But in this, the menu system is very complicated, but you get to understand it quickly. So that's what I wanted to do for this gameplay, is I wanted to show you guys how to play the game. In this little menu system right here, or let me go to the first menu first. This is the menu that you see when you press select, and I'm talking about in the Xbox 360 version, of course. The cool thing is that you start off, unlike a lot of other games, you start off with a lot of stuff. So you've got all these enhancements here. You don't have to you don't start off with it's not like other games where you start off with nothing and then you have to buy everything or you have to find everything. You start off with a lot of stuff, a lot of enhancements for your swords and potions and stuff like that. Because this, and traps and bombs, this game is very it's a kind of different type of RPG, because it's pretty complicated. It's not so much like other RPGs, like say Dragon Age or Mass Effect. It's very different. It's very similar to like say Dragon Age, because it's like in time combat, but you need more dedication in this game. In this game, it's a lot of dedication, and by that I mean you've got two swords. You've got your steel sword, and that's your sorry about all those little blah 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 is online. You've got your steel sword that's usually used for humans, and then your silver sword that's used for monsters, because they're weak against silver. So on the D-pad, the left side is to unsheath your steel sword, and the right side is to unsheath your silver sword. So it depends on what monster you're going to be fighting, so that's the sword you're going to be unsheathing. But the cool thing about the game is that you unsheath whichever sword you need in that moment. Like if you all of a sudden walk into a battle or walk into a fighting area where someone's going to attack you, depending on the enemy, that's the sword that Geralt will unsheath. Unless you already have, let's say, your steel sword out, and you walk into like some monster's nest, and the monster starts attacking you, you're still going to have your steel sword, so you have to remember to sheath that one and take out your silver sword, because you're not going to be doing much damage. Also, you have these enhancements. These are oils and stuff like that. This stuff are enhancements for your swords, and you really need to use these. It's not like oh, I won't do them. You know, it makes things a lot easier if you do. And a lot of them, like, you can inspect them. A lot of them do specific things. Like, let's say this one, the Spectre oil. If you're gonna start fighting a monster called a Wraith, you should always enhance your sword with the Spectre oil, because see, it says damage dealt to wraiths plus 20%. But you always have to keep an eye on what it does, because see, insectoids, if you use this on humans, it's not going to do much damage, or it's not going to do much anything, and you just wasted your potion. So the damage dealt to humans. So you have to really read all this stuff and know that you're going into a battle prepared, because a lot of people have said that this game is kind of complicated when it comes to the combat system, and I agree, it is pretty complicated. But if you know how to do it and you go in prepared, it's easier. Potions, the thing about potions is that, let me show you this menu. This is the meditation, the middle circle there. The potions in alchemy, you have these formulas and other things that are called, I think they're called diagrams. You can create your own potions. Now, the more formulas you get from, like, you find, or you get from vendors, you can make those formulas, or you can make those potions. So it's always smart to buy formulas and diagrams. But of course, you do find a bunch of them, but you never really know if you're going to find that specific formula that you need. So it's like this one, Petrie's filter. This one will make your signs stronger. But the thing about this is, if I can't create it because I don't have all the ingredients. So if you could see the little in the middle right there, you've got that little weed that has that yellow circle there, and then and then the blue circle, I don't have it there, so I'm missing one ingredient, and that is the blue circle. So that is Aether. So over here, it's this one, Aether. So yeah, this seems complicated, but it's not. As soon as you start getting a bunch of ingredients, you will see that you do have all the ingredients, mostly all the ingredients for a lot of these potions. So pick as many ingredients as you can. The ingredients really don't weigh that much. See, they weigh point. That's not it. I'll show you how many the ingredients. They actually don't weigh anything. So yeah, pick as many as you can because you're always going to be making potions. They're everywhere. You have to pick up everything because everything is going to come in handy. The crafting stuff, you find all this stuff, like you find iron ore, you find timber, you find all this stuff, cloth, and this stuff you need to enhance. You can make armor, you could make swords, you can make all this stuff. So you want to save them all, and whenever you get to an inn, you will be able to store all of your crafting ingredients because those do start weighing a lot. You could store them in an inn. So yeah, this first part, I know I'm talking a lot, but I think a lot of people have sent me messages that it's really confusing and they're not really getting it, and so I wanted to do this first before I go into like actual gameplay. Because I'm not going to be doing a full let's play of this game, so I really wanted to make it count and show you guys how to play this game. For this is actually a better, I'm going to change his clothes because this is better. So you could compare them, kind of like, and I'm comparing it to Dragon Age because I know a lot of you have played Dragon Age, and I've played Dragon Age, and it's very similar to it, at least when it comes to some of the menu options. So you could compare your armor to your armor that you have equipped. And this one, the Blue Stripes combat jacket, has more bonuses than this other one. I mean, the leather jacket has 3 armor, which is just 1 armor more than the Blue Stripes one. But the Blue Stripes one has all these bonuses, and if you look under the armor, the little picture of the jacket, there's 3 little circles. That means that this piece of armor has enhancements. So see, you could enhance it, and if I were to have an enhancement there on the left, I could put it on there. And that's the useful thing about these armors. And this one has 3 slots, so that's cool. For example, this one and all these other ones don't. You can't enhance them. You can make all this stuff. You can make potions. You can make traps. You can make bombs, and you will use them. Trust me. The books, they're specifically important in this game. A lot of people just pass them by. They're just like, bah, I don't want to read books. It's not like in Skyrim. You could read books and sometimes get quests out of them, but in this game you could read books and get abilities, and also learn about how to kill monsters. And I'll show you where you could see that. See, it's cool. You can make him change his little armor there. Character. Attributes. Here, knowledge. When you read some books, like say you read books about how to kill certain monsters, like Neckers or Endrigas or Wraiths, you buy those books, read them, and it's just like a little short little excerpt. It gives you an entry, and it gives you like a little blurb of how to kill this monster and what you should do and what it's weak against and all that. And it does help a lot. It helps you know what signs to use, and by signs I mean these right here. They're not called spells, they're called signs. What signs to use against a certain monster.